This review is going to be a little bit different from my usual videos. This game has gone through hell and back regarding many aspects of it, some justified, some outright daft. So, I want to review the game whilst also putting to rest the many rumours, opinions, and at times misunderstood design choices of this game. So let's dive right into Pokémon Sword and Shield. Right, here's the story for every Pokémon game. Small town child who's never seen the sun or been outside gets a Pokémon, insert either arsehole rival or overly friendly rival who will simultaneously cheer you on and kick your fucking teeth in every chance they get. Oh, look, there are gyms. You should totally do that. I mean, you weren't doing anything important, fuck school. You'll be a billionaire anyway in 20 hours. Along the road you crush many a dream with your feral kaiju, killing animals and taking a few dollars for your trouble. You keep winning until insert villainy here happens. They'll monologue into your stupid, bog-eyed head about how they're needed for the world, and they are good people but have to be the necessary evil. Then you throw a few well-trained beasts out your pocket, brutally murdering all these pets and returning the world to its status quo, and might I add, instantly changing the villain's mind. If it was that easy, can we do this over coffee next time, and not after hundreds of animals have been injured, you big daft twat. Anyway, moving on. Big nasty monster, which everyone told you not to piss off, gets pissed off, and threatens to insert disaster all over your face and over the faces of your loved ones. You enslave it with relative ease and get many a pat on the back for this totally impossible task. Literally just used an Ultra Ball, are you all dim? Jesus. You then eventually become Grand Champion of the world, receiving drugs, women, and all the Pokemon you can eat. If I miss anything out, it is because they are the exceptions, not the rule. This game's no different, there's just a bigger song and dance over the gyms. Not a bad thing, not complaining, just pointing it out. Now, there are many aspects the same as in other games. Capturing Pokemon, levelling them up, and battling other people, which gives us time to look at many of the new and controversial features of these games. Hashtag Bring Back the National Dex trended after everyone found out that not every Pokemon will be available. The argument being that if the story had a set Pokemon, why can't they be imported after you've completed the story? But with that, I agree with Game Freak that not every Pokemon should be in every game. They stop being special when you can transfer your entire back catalogue of Roid Rage monsters. It cheapens what you've done in this game and makes raising new creatures seem pointless. Let me show you what I mean. One of the Pokemon you can't catch is Cypher, which sucks because he's a cool Pokemon. But how excited are you going to be when the next Pokemon game's announced, and then you can actually catch him? It makes finding him in the wild seem special to that region. If you can catch every single Pokemon, that sounds just boring for me. You need variety without oversaturation. You need to limit choice sometimes, as less can be more. It makes what you have special. Some people will hear this and just call me a and move on, but it's just my opinion. This next part I was really sad to hear about when the games were announced. No more Mega Evolution or Z moves. I really enjoyed the gimmick of Mega Evolving, finding a stone and wondering what new form they'll take or new ability they'll learn, setting up movesets that best utilise this new transformation. Z moves not so much, a bit flash in the pan for me, all style no substance. Little cutscene, damage calculation, and then it's business as usual. And I think I came up with a solution that could have pleased everyone. Except for the new Gigantamax forms, when the Pokemon that could have Mega Evolved Dynamaxed, they look like giant versions of the Mega Evolved Pokemon. That way the designs live on, and the spirit of the mechanic gets passed on into this game. And as for Z moves, your moveset basically becomes these special enhanced moves anyway. So that's already here in spirit. It's just my 2 cents on what could have been cool and appeased people. Now, let's look at this new mechanic, which to be honest has received a good reception. In Galar, the big thing in battles is Dynamaxing, turning your Pokemon into giant versions of itself, or Gigantamaxing, which makes it big and also changes the form as well. It adds a grandness to your battle, because if you can do it, so can your opponent, making for a head-on collision in these stadiums feel like an event. The main problem I found is, when you first enter this giant space called the Wild Area, you can find these burrows that contain Dynamax Pokemon, and you yourself can also Dynamax. But at this point in the game, this has not been explained, or even shown. They walked you through what the fucking Pokemon Center is for, but don't tell you about the gigantic behemoth-like creatures who are 5 minutes away from your home. Thanks, game. So, I was using this not even knowing why I can do this or what's going on. That could have been handled better. Another big controversy was that people expected the graphics to be double mint, but certain screenshots and early access demos left people with a bad taste in their mouths. One of the least visually appealing zones is the new Wild Area. A huge, essentially a route, where the weather can change and you can catch tons of Pokemon early game. Side note, I think the game's needed this. It gives you so many early game options for your team. It unleashes 2 boxes of Pokemon for you to use and only gets bigger as the game continues. Now back to the graphics. Some people cancelled their pre-order over this fucking tree. Why? It's not The Witcher, it's Pokemon. Are you telling me you can look back fondly at routes and towns like this and be like, mwah, and not say that Pokemon has come a long way with towns and routes like these? Even compared to the last title, it's in the stratosphere in comparison. But people even complained about The Witcher 3's graphics on the Switch. Look, the Switch was never meant to outperform your PC or other consoles. It was meant for updated Nintendo titles and has by far outperformed expectations. And the fact that you can pick this up and play it on the go, what's wrong with people? It's essentially a portable console that also allows you to use it on the big screen. That's what it is. Now, the Wild Area is barren and plain. It could have used a few artifacts or temples, a Mount Rushmore of Pokemon, anything. It is bland. But to throw the literal baby out with the bathwater is madness in my eyes. As someone who will like to complete the Pokédex, I'm going around in circles in this place and it is monotonous, the music's boring and it's visually unappealing. But it's not so bad that I won't be doing it. I'll be popping on a podcast or streaming or talking to chat and I will be collecting these Pokemon and hunting their Gigantamax forms. Now, at the time of recording this, I'm at 370 out of 400. I am very close. Very, very close. For new Pokemon games, I tend to have a media blackout, so I have no idea about Pokemon that are available. So it's exciting catching and leveling Pokemon because you never know what you're going to get, what they're going to turn into. It's the best way I can recreate the excitement of when I was a kid playing it. But I just want to get into it. Get started, fight, capture, forge my destiny. But the game takes so long to start. The story is the biggest hand-holdy experience in any Pokemon game. In older games it was like, alright dickhead, here's a Pokemon, some shoes, bye, don't get eaten. That's it, and that was your mum saying that. Now it's more of a human experience, but it sacrifices gameplay and momentum. Plus, I get that they're trying to reach a younger audience, but everyone treats you like you're a paraplegic who's never even looked out your window. The Pokémon Center is literally down the street. Of course I've been to one. With you, you blue-haired chimp. The game to me felt quite short as well, but I'm a fully grown fat man-child. I don't think I'm the target demographic, to be fair. If you haven't noticed by my accent, I am British. I am located in the north of England, Manchester, where the weather is lovely and so are the people.
Fucking no bad.
So to see the world of Galar has strong English design choices feels really good. Seeing monorails that have double-decker buses on them or lifts that look like post boxes is little touches that increase the feeling and theming of the game. Hearing slang like mate, gutted, kip, jog on, little mug, bang on, chuffed, telly, put a big old toothy grin on me chops. But it takes something that is huge in British culture, which is football, not soccer, football, and runs with it, having huge stadiums chanting during Pokemon battles with multiple camera angles is very reminiscent of the energy of derby days in football, like when United versus City happens. You feel like you're part of an event, rather than just fighting the gym leader in a shed somewhere. You actually slowly turn into a celebrity with your victories. It's a nice new spin on a tried and true formula. I know I've been very flip-floppy with this review, but I do love it. The new adventure, new Pokemon, strange evolutions which I disliked at first but really grew on me, and the new layout for gyms and championship leagues. So I would actually recommend getting this game. It could have been amazing, but it doesn't mean it's not good. But there is a major issue when it comes to Pokemon games, where old ideas are abandoned and never revisited again. When the next generation of games come out, the wild area will be gone and Dynamax will be pushed to the side. No matter how many complaints these receive at the moment, we will miss them. And no matter how good the next generation of ideas and gimmicks are, they've shot themselves in the leg before they can even start. I don't have an answer on how to fix this, because the game would be a mess if you can Mega Evolve, Z-Move, Pokemon Fusion, Alpha and Omega Evolve, Delta Evolve, Dynamax and Gigantamax. The game would be Dragon Ball and would lose something in all that. I mentioned including the forms as a little nod to the past, but we'll just have to see what the future holds for these games. I still love them, by the way, but it doesn't mean I can't whinge. Thank you very much for watching my Pokemon Sword and Shield review today. If you enjoy what you saw, please give it a like. I publish new videos as often as I can, and if you want to see more, please subscribe and ring that bell to let you know when new videos are available.